Joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline, he is officially into BYU, the new running back, y'all, Tyson Williams. Tyson, welcome to BYU Sports Nation. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, thank you. And I think a lot of BYU fans want to know, with so many high-profile options out there for you, why did you settle on BYU?
It was just a great fit. And then, it came down to just trusting the coaches, as far as, what they were looking for and, what I was looking for, in a program. And just when I came out there on the visit, we loved it. Me and my family loved it.
Did you have a winter coat when you visited? Because I believe it was in the winter when you came, right?
Yeah, it was. I think I did all right. I probably need to grab a bigger coat, though, for next time.
Yes.
You mentioned it fit what you were looking for and what the coaches were looking for. What were some of those things?
I think just for me, it was just going to a place where, I feel like I could have a bigger role. And just be able to contribute more to the team. And them, I think, just like, an older guy, because I believe the room is kind of young. So just an older guy to just come in and lead and just try to help show the way and just, try to help the younger guys, with them moving forward.
Tyson Williams with us on BYU Sports Nation. Follow him at TYYDA72 on Twitter. Tyson, what was the most impressive part about your trip to BYU where you left and just thought, wow, that was fantastic?
Honestly, man, I think it was kind of like a little bit of everything. We kind of enjoyed, the feeling of the city, Provo in itself. All the places that we went, whether it was out to eat, the facilities. It was really just everything across the board. We just kind of all in all.
Who hosted you? What players were hanging out with you?
Micah Simon.
Oh, boy.
Then,
oh, boy.
Yeah, Michael Simon. And then we also, I kind of met all the players, as far as being in the meetings and being able to come out to practice.
Wow, you hung out with Micah and you still wanted to come to BYU?
Yeah.
We kid. We love that guy.
We love Micah. He's the best.
Yeah.
Hey, the last Williams that played here went to the NFL, right? Jamal Williams with the Packers. That's a good omen, I think.
Yeah, it is. I was able to talk to him a couple of times throughout the process, so most definitely.
What did he tell you about BYU?
He just told me about how passionate the fan base was. That you'll be able to come here and be able to do what you set out to do and be able to accomplish your dreams, and just said he enjoyed it. So just hearing that from him just gave me a lot more comfort.
Describe your style of the way you play running back.
I would say just be able to do it all. Whether it's run between the tackles, catch the ball, pass blocking. I try to model my game somewhat similar to like Le'Veon Bell or something like that.
Okay, that was my next question: is who would you like to run like? And it's Le'Veon Bell. But
you're not going to sit out the next year, though, right? Like Le'Veon.
No.
You're here to play.
Yeah.
Tyson Williams with us on BYU Sports Nation. When you look at BYU's schedule, they open up with a home game against Utah, then a trip to SEC country, Tennessee. I'm sure you'll have some family members there, and then you come back for USC and Washington. What do you think about the first four games that you will play for BYU?
I think they're big time games. Starting off with a rival game, and then, like I say, going down to play Tennessee. Those stretch of games are really big, really crucial for us, to get off a good foot. But more than that, man, I think we'll be ready and we'll set out there to go out there and win.
What role did this schedule and the ability to play on ESPN and 4 games in the Eastern Time Zone play in your recruitment, perhaps?
I think they were definitely a help. Like I said, just being able to play those big time teams, to be able to show, what you're capable of doing, against good competition. So it definitely was a help. It was a positive.
Tyson Williams with us on BYU Sports Nation. When you try and work your way into a situation and become acclimated with the running backs group, what's the most important part about being the new guy and making everybody feel comfortable that, hey, I'm here and I'm going to work and I'm all about the team?
Yeah, I think I mean, just like you said, I mean, I think it's just coming in, just working, not really doing like a whole lot of, talking and trying to, be able to tell people what you're doing. It's just about showing, so it's about working and, being able to, communicate with the other guys and help them out along the way. That's kind of what I'm all about.
There are a couple of guys that have been in the SEC very recently, and Jeff Grimes, obviously, at LSU, and Eric Mateos was at Arkansas. I guess what role does that play in, like, okay, these guys have been in the SEC. They kind of understand where I'm coming from a little bit. Yeah,
like I said, dealing with, offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach, those are the two critical components, especially for, running back. So just knowing that, they dealt, with the SEC and kind of know what it's like coming from there just makes the transition a lot smoother.
When did BYU first pop onto your personal radar?
It was sometime relatively kind of quick, after I announced my decision, maybe like a week or two, after I announced it. I got in touch with Coach Stewart and we're here now.
And what has the fan reception been like since you've announced that you are officially with BYU?
Say it again.
What has the fan reception been like on social media? How has the welcome been?
It's been great. It's been great. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of South Carolina, just passionate fans. That's just something I love to see. Kind of where a fan base is just kind of all in and supports the team. So I definitely love seeing that.
Which hand did you hurt last year, and how's that hand doing?
It was my left hand, and it's doing good. I mean, it's back to 100%. I mean, it's not much for a hand to get back to 100%, but it's doing fine.
Well, which hand was it, and what happened to injure it?
It was left hand, and then trying to stiff arm somebody, and then the metacarpal. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the metacarpal bone, like the outside bone, cracked, and then so I had to be in a cast for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then I was able to get it off and return back to play.
BYU graduate transfer running back Tyson Williams on BYU Sports Nation. Let's move here. What's the timetable like on your calendar for when you plan on arriving in Provo and getting everything situated, and when do you feel like you'll be fully integrated into the BYU program?
The timeline right now, we kind of talked about it yesterday. It'll probably be sometime soon, probably like in the next week or so. And just getting acclimated to everything. I probably think maybe like a month into everything, just being able to, be able to get adjusted to the elevation, get adjusted to the playbook, and just like day-to-day life being out there. So I think probably like a month. It probably wouldn't take too much time.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be living with Micah Simon, but if so, good luck, man.
Yeah.
Do you know your potential roommates, maybe teammates on the team yet?
Yeah. It's probably going to be Micah.
Okay, so it was a great visit. Micah's a good dude. We're giving him a hard time, but we love Micah. He's great.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration or motivation for your name? So it's TY apostrophe capital S, right? ON?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So it's Tyson Beckford, I believe. My mom, she liked him like as a model, and so kind of got the inspiration from him. But she wanted to be like pronounced different, so I mean she threw the apostrophe in there and then capitalized the S.
Yeah. Well, hey. Well, listen. What Mama wants, she gets. That's
amen.
Yeah,
I've learned that for sure.
Amen.
What did your parents think about BYU? Like after they left with you, what did they say to you about the trip?
They loved it, and then. Like I said, my mom, she enjoyed it. She loved the coaching staff and she loved the people. And then also my dad was able to talk to Coach Stewart and Coach Grimes. So, I mean, across the board, everybody just felt comfortable with them, trusted them, and it was nothing but positive. Yeah,
typically sending your baby son across the country is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I imagine the coaches help with that transition. How are they feeling emotionally now this is getting closer?
I mean, just anytime you're making an adjustment, especially like going this far away from home, I mean, it's definitely something I have to get used to, but I mean, it's not for very long, you know. So like I said, I'll probably be out there for the season, semester, and that'll probably be it.
Tyson, welcome to BYU and welcome to BYU Sports Nation, man. We appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. Tyson Williams on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.